They're gonna think I'm a little weird. Okay, I think we're live. I'm trying to make sure before I start talking. So hold tight. Okay. Says I am, but I can't really tell. Hold tight. Okay, yes, I am. Okay, here we go, finally. Okay, so I'm the only person that would be on live TV and say, wait a minute, let's start again. You know what? I tell you, I'm ashamed to say that I used to be in TV news because I was in TV news. That did not happen. Anyway, my apologies. Is Zoom Queen here? A few minutes late, but I'm here. How are you today? Now, I just want to make sure that I am live and that I'm good. And I know that I'm live because all my tools are telling me that I'm live, but I just want to make sure. So if you saw me earlier, my apologies. You have no idea how I did this last week. And I wasn't live in my Facebook group, my main one, which if you're not a member of it, what are you waiting for? Get in the group. You can find it by going to zoomtogrow.com and it'll bring you right directly into my Facebook group where there's a whole lot of Zoom stars, not just me. So if you're like, how do I do this? Or what's the best tool for this? You better come in there because you're missing out. Anyway, happy Tuesday. One of my favorite days of the week. So pumped to be here. But so of course, it's all about the Zoom Like a Boss life. And I want to share with you something that I do believe so many people are just missing. They're not using. So before I go into all of that good stuff, you want to stay with me. My goal is to be done within 30 minutes. Okay. So, kind of getting used to my hair all over the place, but it's fun to be a girl. First things first, if you are not on Zoom Queen's text list, guess what you need to do? You need to go ahead, text wherever you know me. So it could be Facebook, Arts Magnet, TSU, wherever you know me, go ahead and text that to the number you see right there. In case you're just listening and you're not watching, the number is 917-724-8462. 917-724-8462. You will know not only when I go live, but some other awesome things. Usually on my text list, I'll probably, when some news has dropped, I'll send it there before I go through the whole entire trouble of sending it out in email. So I invite you guys all to go there. Okay. So now let me come back live. Hi. Let me move that out so you can see me. Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention, because I'm all about resources, love resources. What happens this time of year every single year? This time of year, every single year, we're asking ourselves, okay, where can I find some awesome gifts? Reasonably priced. I feel like my glasses are dirty. I really do. Reasonably priced gifts, right? Oh, it's so funny. I love my members. One of my clients is like, one of my text members, by the way, I get your text, just came through. He says, I'm driving. You're driving, don't you dare go live. But I know a lot of them will watch it after they're not driving. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Oftentimes when we're October, November timeframe, you're starting to think about the gifts, especially if you have clients and you have quite a few clients and we want something nice, right? But something that's reasonably priced. I have a resource. Okay, so understand your girl looks out for you. Here, let me just give you a taste of what the resource is. I don't know if you are like me and you like art. I love art. Art makes me really, really happy. It does. And one day, maybe I'll even take you on a tour of my art. Let me just show you something real quick. You see this up here? Oops. You see that art there? Isn't that beautiful? This same artist, y'all. Okay, let me just see if I can fix my camera. This same artist, let me just move this a little bit. This same artist has done something that he's never done before, and he is making his art affordable. But the best part is, and I'm sorry about that. See, this is why I keep my phone near me, just in case someone calls when I'm recording. I always do that. Anyway, this particular artist shared with me, hey, you better let everybody know, because if you want your clients to have calendars or a mug or what have you, go here. Literally, let me just show you real quick, because I know you're like, Marquesa, what are you talking about? Let me just show you really quick what this looks like, how easy it is to get there. Let's go. What is this? Is this Chrome? Trying to make sure I'm pulling the right side of it here. So I want to show you something extra special, but of course, I cannot find it. Here, hold tight, my dear. Here it is. Okay, yeah, Chrome. So let me hit share screen and go to Chrome so I can show this to you. Here we are. Okay, hopefully you see it right here. Look at this. I'm going to get to the Zoom news in a second. If you're just joining me, I just wanted to throw out an awesome holiday resource. If you're like me and you're thinking, I really want to get my clients something awesome and classy that doesn't break the bank, but shows them that I love them and appreciate them. Birdie in my ear. You heard it here from Zoom Queen. Look over here, go to rickpetwayart.com. And this is my father, by the way. Very talented. A little bit earlier, I showed you all this beautiful art behind me. I don't have any of those skills, but I guess I'm creative in a whole nother way. Here's the best part. You can have his beautiful art on a calendar. You just go here, go through a few steps, and you can get it for literally, don't quote me, less than 10, 12 bucks a person for these calendars. And he's giving you 20% off. So tell him I sent you, because it's wonderful and I needed to share with everybody. So I can't wait. I'm actually excited about shopping this year. So I wanted to share that with you. You are welcome. My goal is to always share some kind of resource. And it may not be a family member, but this happens to be. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing now. Now I wanna go into something that's really important. Do you agree with this? That Zoom is way more than a meetings platform? Let's talk about this. Too many individuals, this may be you, I'm not saying that it's you, we don't realize that we're underutilizing Zoom. We are. So one of the actions I need you to take today, promise me, put it in the chat. I'm watching you, I can see you watching me. Put it in the chat, because just so you know, guys know, I'm going live on about 6 or 7 different platforms, okay? So I have crowds in certain platforms and others will watch later. Either way, they know I love to give value information. Today, you need to go and download the latest update of Zoom. Zoom just came out with an update. You want to get it. You hear me? Get the latest update. Number 2, you want to make sure you're here next Tuesday, because you see these fancy overlays that I'm doing. Well, I'm doing them with Zoom and another service. Okay, Zoom and another service. Next Tuesday, that will be this time next week, I'm going to show you how to do similar overlays right on Zoom, baby. Native Zoom. How do I do overlays on Zoom? You heard me say it. So I need you to go to the latest update. It just came out today. How do you find the update? You're going to go to zoom.us/download. Okay. Zoom.us/download. Go there. Don't do it right now while we're talking, not at this very moment, but I need you to go and get the latest update. You got me? Meet me back here next Tuesday, and I'm gonna break down how to do fancy overlays. Very similar, not exactly the same, but they are hot, let me tell you. But you can do it on the native Zoom. So you're gonna be like, what? Yes. So anyway, let's get back to why you guys are here today. So you agree, it's more than a meetings platform. It's a productivity platform. It's an assistant. It's a marketing studio, it's a stage, it's a classroom, it's everything. And I'm sure many of you know that there are two platforms, absolutely two platforms. There's not one, but two. I don't know why people keep forgetting about this. There is Zoom Meeting, the one that everybody uses, you know, with the breakouts and all that other stuff. But we also have Zoom Webinar. And guess what? It's not just for webinars. It's not, I promise you, it's not just for webinars, okay? Okay, so let me just show up. I wanna show you one little thing, because if you wanna hear the whole down and dirty of what it is, then you're gonna join me on, write this date down, October the 28th at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can go to zoomqueen.com to get more information on there. If you're one of my licensees, it is absolutely free to you. And if you're not a licensee, I love you too. It's very low cost, but we're going to break down why you need to know about this. So again, people have been asking me for it and asking me for it. And I'm going to finally do it because they've done some crazy things with Zoom webinars. So we'll continue with the deep dive next Thursday. That's October the 28th at 3 p.m. Eastern. There is a link for it at zoomqueen.com. Okay. And if you, yeah, that's where the link is. And again, if you're a licensee, you will get a special link to come there at no cost. All right. So let me show you what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Look at this. Oh, guys, and this is something I think we forget. First of all, I want to go behind the scenes for a second. Is this where I want to go? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit share screen for a second. We're going to go behind the scenes. There you go. So you should see my computer at this moment. I'm waiting for it for you guys to be able to see it. Yep, now you see it now. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. I'm going to click my annotate, and I'm going to go ahead and click spotlight. I think I want vanishing pen, and I'm going to go over here. So guys, I am in what's called Zoom webinar section. It's something that I want to show you that's hot on here. Okay, you're going to learn all about the Q&A, special session, HD, all that stuff later. That's not what I'm talking about right now. It's something else that will shock you, that you're like, wait, I did not even know it was there. So you ready for me to show it to you? Give me 1 second, because this is such a big deal, okay, that you need to see it. So I'm going to page down here, and I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to click edit. So you're behind the scenes. Did I want to click edit? What is my problem? Okay, no, I'm gonna go here. Okay. Oh, here it is. Cockle-doodle-doo. Here it is. Okay. So you see at the very top there, you got all your normal Zoom stuff, except webinar has way more options. We're not going into that right now. Okay. But what we will go into right now is check this out. Now, this is something that I just set up. Okay. I just set it up. If you notice there, Zoom gives you a link. Now let me go and annotate again. Zoom gives you a link. You see this link here? Everybody knows what a registration link looks like. You see this? Sorry, told you I'm not an artist, but you see, at least not in that way. What's so cool is you do not want to put your registration, the exact same registration link everywhere. Why? Because you're working hard instead of smart. What do I mean by that? If you go down here where it says tracking link, you see how I put Facebook? I don't know if you can see this. Facebook is the very first source name. Instagram bio is the second. Twitter is the third, and so on and so forth. I have eZine. I have Zoom Like a Boss member site. I have YouTube. I have stories. Anywhere where I tend to put links to different things. What I love that webinar does, that meeting does not do, is it'll let me know how many people looked at my link and how many people registered. So that means that instead of just using the one link that Zoom gives you, you see that? You're going to use what's called source tracking links. Zoom said, oh, I want you to work smart, not hard. Remember, Zoom Like a Boss life. So in order for that to happen, Zoom is saying, give me a source name and I'll track it for you. I told you Zoom was an assistant. Did not tell you that? Okay, so you may have 500 visitors and then maybe you get 250 registrations. What would that tell me? It would tell me, okay, I need to spice it up and see why I'm not getting more registrations. Here's something else. Because you may say, well, Marquesa, why did you put all of these? Well, because I want to know which platform does this particular tribe like, enjoy, care about. Which platform? So if I do this and I see, oh my goodness, a bunch of people sign up on Twitter, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start, that you named it, putting more things on Twitter because I know that's where my tribe is. So I wanted you to see this. This is something, again, that is not in Zoom meetings. Be smart. Now, I know you're like, wait a minute, Marquesa, why would I want to use Zoom webinar over Zoom meetings? It has nothing to do with webinar. Zoom just calls it webinar. So you can still do meetings there. You just got to ask yourself, what do I need? Is this important to me? Is this something I'm monetizing? Do I need to see who's interested? You got to go through a list of questions, right? And I'll break that down next week of what it is you need to know so you can choose which platform is better. Stop asking the elementary question or answering the elementary question of, oh, I should just do Zoom meeting because I can see everyone's face. Or I got to, no. Oh, it's interactive. Guess what? Zoom webinar is interactive too. You got me? All right, good. So I needed to show you this. And one other thing that'll make you really happy is you can take branding up a whole nother notch with Zoom webinar. And so you may say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, not only can you have the typical title, banner, logo, all that good stuff, but you can also put a speaker's bio in there. And that is something you cannot do on Zoom meeting as of yet. So there's like so many other things. I'm talking about Green Room. I'm talking about so many of the other things that I will share at a later date. So again, go to zoomqueen.com. You'll see something that says Zoom webinar, sign up for that. If you are one of my licensees, which means you have a Zoom license, you're a very smart person. By the way, if you're not, you're still smart, even if you're not a Zoom licensee. Feel free to also go to zoomqueen.com and you'll see a link for zoom2income.com where you can check that out. So I wanted to share that with you because that is a very big deal. Right now, I'm in the middle of a book launch. Not for my book, but one of my clients' books. And we did a whole huge kickoff for her. Then every week in October, my team is doing this huge Zoom event for her, right? And a good way to really track where everyone comes in, and it has been amazing. It's got her book in more people's hands. It's really giving her the information she needs. So that's what was really top of mind for me. Because what if you want to launch a book via Zoom or have a major event? You just never know what you may want to do. Leverage Zoom. That's what I'm all about. It's not, if you just like to go on Zoom and just say, hello, I'm here, then I'm not for you. But if you want to leverage Zoom, work smart instead of hard. If you want to, I call it, have more impact, influence, and income, then you need to tune into Zoom Queen, because this is all about Zoom like a boss life. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It is 2:24. I'm on time. I'm usually not always on time. One quick thing I do want to mention before I hop out of here is Club ZQ. Some of you you are obsessed with Zoom like me. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I literally go to bed and I go, what am I going to wake up with that Zoom can do now? Can they cook my dinner? I mean, they do everything else, right? So, I mean, you can write your book on Zoom. It's just so many different things you can do. So I literally wake up and I ask myself, so what can I do on Zoom today? Okay. So just in case you missed this announcement, well, I'll get to the announcements later. So this Thursday, I'm meeting with my Club ZQ folks, and I'm going to share with them some things that I may not share with you because, they've said, right, put their hands up and they said, I am in it. I am in it. I am in it. And if you are a licensee with me, I have big, huge news for you regarding Club ZQ. So I need you to look out for an email from me If not today, tomorrow for sure. Look out, this is huge. So anyway, Club ZQ, you can also see that link when you go to zoomqueen.com this Thursday. You can also put your phone up there and it'll take you right there. And this is where we go crazy with what you can do on Zoom. So that's happening this Thursday. Just as a reminder, I just want to make sure you guys are on my email list, but on my text list as well. As a reminder, meet me here next Tuesday. Make sure you update to the latest Zoom, because I don't connect it, not so much, but update to the latest Zoom. It just came out today. And next week, I'm going to share with you how you can do fancy overlays, not exactly these type, but pretty darn close, fancy overlays on native Zoom, okay, without bringing in another awesome tool, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. This was so much fun. You know how much I love talking about Zoom. So I will see you back here. And shout out to my Crystallized Mastermind. I can't wait to see you guys tonight. This is all about creating a lifestyle business where I talk about everything but Zoom. But Thursday, we'll be back with Club ZQ. So this is Marquessa. I'm having fun. It's like, oh, one thing, it's like fall here in New York, but you know, sometimes this morning I walked out because I needed to do a little walk and, go on a quick errand. And I had flip-flops on and my feet were cold. So this means that it's truly fall. So welcome New York fall. This is really, guys, a good time to visit our lovely city because you're not so cold and you're not so hot. So this is an awesome time. So it's not like I'm an ambassador for New York City, but that's a good idea, right? I'm not an ambassador for New York City, but I'm just letting you know. So here from New York, this is Marquessa Petway, Zoom Queen, and I'll see you next week. Yay! Bye. Oh, you may want to see this look without the glasses. You see? You never know. The look's going to be different next week. It's called being a girl. See y'all later. Bye.